What's up, world renowned family? It is the most wonderful time, not of the year, but of the month. And I dare say the quarter because we have the stats, the market stats for Q3 of 2021. And so, if you know me, you know I get nerded out. So, I've got the specs on today as we look at the Broward County single family home numbers to really give us some insight on what has transpired in the third quarter of this year and maybe some insights into what 2022 holds, even before we get to the end of 2021, because we know those Q4 stats will be released next year. But here's what quarter three of 2021 looked like. It was a good time to be a seller. Of course, no surprise there. So let's dive in. Let's look at a few of these zip codes that I am excited about. Now, the first thing we're going to look at are the number of pending sales and the increase in certain percentages of pending sales. And the reason I'm starting here is because we had two zip codes that many of you may not be familiar with, but they did get some attention in Q3 from buyers. And those are going to be zip codes 33311 and 312. 311, we saw 201 pended sales or contracts signed in Q3 for single family homes, which was a 4.1% increase year over year. And in the 312 zip code, we saw 186 new contracts signed in Q3, which was a 14.1% increase year over year. And here's why that's so important, because I know you're saying, zip code 311 and 312, what's the big deal? Well, in most of the other zip codes, we saw year over year decreases in the number of pending transactions or contracts signed because the inventory just has not been there. Now, as we go through these numbers, and if you followed me for any amount of time, you know that lately, and when I say lately, I'm talking the past 11 to 12 months, we've seen a steady increase in median home and sales prices. Well, what buyers have learned is that in the 311 and 312 zip codes, there are opportunities that are still going to be between, that 300 and 400K price band, that really attractive and appealing price band for buyers. So now let's look at some different numbers, some numbers that are not going to be as friendly or as kind to the buyers in zip codes 311 or 312. Let's look at the amount or the dollar volume in sales transaction. And let's just look at some of these that were high hitting. So the highest zip code that had the most dollar volume was zip code 301. 33301 with $208.9 million transacted in Q3. Right after that is going to be zip code 076, where we have $197.8 million. So just to give you a perspective, in those two zip codes, you're right at 400 million if you combine it. Well, in the county of Broward in Q3, we saw $3.2 billion trade in volume. So what other zip codes had some moving and a lot of dollar volume? Well, let's look at 308. We have 117 million. 316, 119 million, and then zip code 327. So 33327, we saw a sales volume of 106 million. Good news, bad news. Well, we do know that any boost or boon to the economy is going to be a good thing for the county, for its inhabitants as a whole. So the number that I am always looking at is median sales prices. Where are these prices in comparison to other areas, other zip codes, or even where they were last year? So we're going to look at, just for the purpose of this video, those that are above what we would call the luxury threshold, above 760,000. And there are a few zip codes that had median sales prices over 760,000. Now, if that's not your market, that's not the price band in which you're interested in, just leave a comment on the video below and I will be happy to get the accurate price band, maybe different zip code or county over to you. So let's dive in here. Zip code 062 had a median sales price of that luxury floor, 760,000. 076, you know, the zip code that had the second highest dollar volume transacted for Q3. In zip code 076, we saw a median sales price of 785,000. Zip code 301, Fort Lauderdale. Well, maybe Fort Lauderdale if you're in 301, no deals there. Could be value, just not a deal. Zip code 301, we saw a median sales price of $2.3 million, and that's with 69 real buyers stepping up in Q3 and saying, yes, we want to be a part of that. Zip code 316, we're still staying in Fort Lauderdale on the water. The zip code 316, median sales price of $2.42 million, 28 trades, transactions, real buyers in that zip code. And then in zip code 330, median sales price of $879,000, and 332, median sales price of $942,000. So that's going to do it for this video. Quick snapshot to let you know what's happening in the Broward County single family home market for Q3. If you think that you know someone that would find this information valuable, please share this video with them. I would love to hear what your thoughts are of the current market. And if you would be so bold, let me know what you think is going to happen in Q4 and as we roll in to 2022. Oh yeah, we don't even know what Zillow effect is going to have on our market. Not yet. We'll see that maybe in the next video. Remember, until the next time I see you and you see me, don't be average. Be world renowned. Take care. Peace.